Let me. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
What is this? Santana back to business. Let's go.
Hey, what up, Keith Murphy?
The Melda creator in the building.
What it do? Try to get this sound right, man. Trying to get the sound right. I don't want to drown y'all with the theme song. You know? Shout out Lev Media Group on the production. Hey, Keith, it's crazy, man.
Yo, who in the building already?
Yeah.
Somebody's happy. Somebody happy already to come get me.
Ooh, wait. Hey,
all right,
man.
That's how it's going to be tonight. I'm
Hey.
here.
All night, Keith. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Woo. Man. Has the smoke cleared yet, Keith?
It's clear for me.
Said it's clear for you?
Has it clear for everybody coming for me? That's whole nother question.
Well, see, here's the thing. You welcome that energy, Keith, because you do it to everybody.
Yeah, but look, I feel good because my team went further than most teams, regular teams, with our practice squad.
Yeah.
Well, my energy's still here.
Hey, you got to keep that same energy, Keith, always.
Like, I look at teams like the Steelers. Your coach that went home, hasn't won a playoff game since before I had kids. And I have a 15-year-old now. And we missing 16 out of 22 starters, and we made it to the divisional. What do I got to be upset about?
I don't know, man. You know, maybe once again coming up short. I don't know.
I feel like I told you last time the term we had in Ninerland. What's the term we were playing with this year?
A disclaimer because of your injuries.
Well, yes, but the disclaimer came with the term that we've been using in Niner Nation.
What is that?
House money.
Oh, brother.
You like that, don't you?
Oh, man. House
after one playoff win, we were playing with house money.
House money. Okay. Man, yo, what? I need I got a special sound effect for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know, let me hear it again. I don't think they heard it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, so you know, y'all have had this this disclaimer all season long, and I knew you were gonna do this, Keith. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Because you see, you were building up for it, man. See, you and your 49ers fans, y'all think y'all slick, right? All season long, y'all been talking about your injuries and like, oh yeah, we're playing with 16 people.
Hold on. You make it seem like they're made up. Like we just say we're injured. It's not made up. It's a real thing.
It's not about it being made up, Keith. It's about having a running disclaimer all season in case you lose. So that you know, no matter what, either we were gonna say, like you just say, house money. You're admitting it by saying house money. House money means we have a disclaimer if we lose. That's what house money means. It's like, yo, if we lose, we can say we were injured. If we win, we can say, yeah, we did this even though we were injured.
So let me clarify what I mean when I say house money.
Okay.
It's like, especially going into the game, before the game, there's no pressure on us to win. All the pressure is on Seattle. House money is like, yo, you go to the casino with $10,000. You win another $10,000. Then that next game, you lose $5,000 and you won 50. So you net home with 5,000. That's house money.
It sounds like that was a great analogy to put on full display of your disclaimer that you've partaken in all season.
That game was over.
I think we were both trying to do the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
That game was over at the opening kickoff. Seattle put belt to ass. No, look, that game looked the exact same as the Week 18 game, right? Except they actually scored touchdowns and stuff when they were supposed to. So it was belt to ass, both those. Even though it was 13-3, that game was belt to ass too. And so, to your point, at least we doubled up our point total from the previous game.
That is horrible. Oh yeah, you scored. You kicked 2 field goals this time, man. Hey, man, look. Shout out to the 49ers, man. They scored 2 field goals this time instead of just one. Hey, Key, I will say this, man. Hey, look. Hey, I still think he's a coach of the year candidate. You know what I mean? But hey, man, your boy got me looking at him a little sideways now, Key.
Who?
Oh, Shanahan.
Why are you looking at him sideways?
Because he's supposed to be this offensive guru, man. He's supposed to be that guy. It's like, yo, you play this team. You got this team that's in your division. That's your division rival. You play them twice within a few weeks span, one of them being a playoff game.
Right.
And you mean to tell me? So look, I get it. You know, Kittle was out, but you got McCaffrey in there still. You know, you got some weapons. You got Purdy. You know, you got what's his name, Purcell back. You got Jawan Jennings. You got pretty much the core people you had throughout the season. The replacements, as I call them. And you can't give me one touchdown, Shanahan. We can't draw up something. We can't get another one of those intellectual ass whooping plays.
No,
that y'all put on Philly.
Have you seen the matchups between Shanahan and McDonald?
I have not.
Since Shanahan was in. So do you remember Brock Purdy? It's a year that we went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and there was like an MVP game between Lamar Jackson and the 49ers, right? And they whooped us.
Right.
And how many picks did Brock Purdy throw that game?
Like 5?
4.
Yeah.
Guess who the defensive coordinator for Baltimore was?
McDonald. Lucky guess.
So then we played in the beginning, week 1 this year, fully healthy. Not even fully healthy because Kittle went out. Even though he gave us a touchdown, scored 17. And that was it. Like, I think, draw something up. We should have gotten the end zone in week 18 when McCaffrey did whatever. That's down at the goal line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that he just has Shanahan number. So I follow 49ers content creators that watch the All 22, right? And one thing they said watching the All 22 is like there was zero separation by any receivers. Like there was nobody open watching that game. And so that's not like Shanahan can't do that. You got to be able to get open. And to your point, not just injuries, but this is a game. You know who plays very well against Seattle in his career?
What was that? Brandon
Ayuk.
Oh, who's as of today officially not on the team anymore.
Correct. This is the game we expect him to show. He's pretty much our best pure route runner. Obviously, we didn't have him the whole year, so there's no excuse
right
there. But like, I was more deflated when he didn't come back because I thought if we had him and Pearsall, that would have been more of a tandem. You know what I'm saying? 2 route runners that could contribute. So, look, that game was brutal. It reminds me I'm trying to think of a high level game where a blowout. The last game I can think of that was that much of a blowout was the Super Bowl with Denver and the Legion of Boom. You remember when they hiked the ball over Peyton's head the first play, and like they were never in that game.
I remember it vividly. Wow, that was an all-out beatdown. That was Seattle's. That was their first trip to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah,
That's not their first trip.
Huh?
Their first with Legion of Boom, but they
in that era. Now, I know they went. I know they lost to Pittsburgh some years back. But yeah, in that Legion of Boom era with that iteration of them. Yeah, I remember that quite vividly. It was in I want to say it was in 2014. Yeah, like 2014. But I don't know. For some reason, I just remember Bruno Mars performing at halftime for that game. For some reason, it just
I'll just say this: Philadelphia did themselves a disservice by losing to us because they would have put up a much better fight
against Seattle. I think so.
Yes, I believe so. It was one of those games like you ever watch a game. It happens a lot in NCAA tournament, right?
Yeah,
March Madness. You get the upset, but then the next week you got to go play Kansas, Duke, Carolina, or one of those teams that's like the 14 seed, and it just gives them an easier game.
Yep. No, I agree entirely, man. I mean, it's a game of matchups. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of and Philly still could have won that game against y'all. It was just bad play calling down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? It was just pathetic play calling down the stretch. But I could see that, man. But I just, I expected you guys to be a little bit more competitive on, based on what happened in the previous game. I thought it would be more of a, be more motivated. I know Kittle was out. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all that definitely. That's a huge blow. And then your backup tight end fumbled, which was huge.
But then he was our leading pass catcher, and he went out.
Yeah, that was his. Like I said, that was like his only bad play of the game. Like other than that, he was like putting in work. But I don't know. Do you think this will? I see he's still a candidate, man. I saw the NFL honors dropped today. But do you think this will? Do you think that loss will hurt Shanahan's chances and move maybe a Mike Vrabel or somebody give them a slight edge?
If they really don't do the because you're supposed to vote in the regular season, right? If they don't follow the rule, like you can't vote for Shanahan after getting smoked like that. But that wasn't a regular season. These awards are supposed to be regular season awards. So it depends on when the vote took place. I wouldn't be mad if Vrabel got it. I wouldn't be mad about it. I think for Shanahan to have clinched it, he would have had to get the 1 seed. He can still win it to me, but I think still losing that last week will hurt him. I'm not a person that thinks the playoffs should really affect it. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Yo, man.
I expected the fight. I think a lot of people expected. I'm not going to sit here and lay down and be like, oh, my boys. But was I surprised it got out of hand? I was not. And especially after the first play of the game, you got to at least make Sam Darnold step on the field. There was no pressure that game on Sam Darnold. Zero. Never played while trailing or tied. He could just hand the ball off, play through his defense.
Do you hold Rob Saleh accountable for that, for not bringing having a more of an aggressive approach in the game plan, or do you think that was do you think that was a personnel thing?
I don't hold either one of them. I think clear cut. The week 1 game showed what we both were at full strength. Now,
I don't know about that one, Keith.
I feel like Seattle's gotten a lot better throughout the year, so I'll give them credit for that. I mean, but missing 16 out of 22 starters on any level is going to be devastating, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you can put too much into the first week. Is what I'm saying. Like
week one.
Your team changes so much throughout the course of the season.
I don't feel like their team has. Now they did trade for the dude that ran the kickback on us, Shaheed or whatever. They traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
They've made a couple of personnel things, but they don't. This ain't like the NBA where one or two players can make a huge difference. But I don't know. I didn't like the approach by Kyle and John Lynch entering the season. You know what I'm saying? Because the approach was like we're in a rebuild or expect a mini rebuild year. Whereas once you got to the trade deadline, like, yo, you're competing.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'm not. They don't want to give up draft picks. We already did that. I feel like we're still chasing our tail from the Trey Lance trade. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we couldn't stop the run after Bosa and Mykel Williams went out. And it wasn't like we lost, to your point, I wouldn't bring the injury thing up as much if it wasn't about like you miss this guy for 3 weeks with a sprained ankle, or you miss this guy for a certain amount of time with a twist. I don't know. It's like every injury is a blow. Like
it's like career altering, season ending.
So I wouldn't be like tripping. Like, okay, we lost him for this amount of time, but this he came back. Like the last game of the year, Kittle doesn't go out with a sprained ankle. I rupture my Achilles. That pours into next year. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, come on. Like, Fred Warner don't sprain his ankle. He dislocate / breaks it. Like, you know, don't speak.
The 49ers fans don't like to hear about Trey Lance. And we don't care for him much either in Dallas. You know, I don't even know who does he play for now?
Los Angeles.
Which one?
Chargers. There's there's two now. Chargers.
How can you forget about the other one, Keith?
Well, because you know who the backup is for the Rams. He's going to his 7th straight conference championship.
Who is it this time?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Jimmy G. Oh, yeah, that's right. Man, another former 49er.
And so, to your point, most of our 49er years going to the NFC Championship, the 2 years we beat Dallas, we go through injuries every year. That's not a thing. But usually like week 13, it's like, okay, everybody's coming back. Let's get ready for the playoffs. This year it's like, nah, you out of there, like early. And so to your point, I expected more of a fight, I guess, but I wasn't sitting there looking at the TV like, I can't believe this is happening. You know, I wasn't. So, you know, that I don't know. That's just, I feel like we, quote unquote, shot our load, pause, at the shot our load in the Philly game. And that was pretty much the ceiling of our season.
Well,
so hold on, before you finish.
Go ahead.
And another thing with Seattle, unlike Philly, schematically, they are totally different than Philadelphia.
Seattle?
Yeah, their OC's probably going to get a head coach, and Mike McDonald's top 3 to top 5 defensive coach in football. So
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, Seattle, I mean, right now, I mean, it ain't far-fetched to say they're the best team left in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, if we being real, man, the NFC Championship feels like the Super Bowl.
I'm pulling for New England to win the Super Bowl.
You want New England to win it?
Absolutely.
You know, I would love to get into that, man. I'm looking. We're gonna talk about that some more, man. We're gonna talk about that matchup.
I would love to see that. My man said Salah plays soft. His opinion. I ain't mad at that. I mean, I feel like he was in a position of like I have Arena League players going up against potential Super Bowl championship team. Me and my son, I told you throughout these playoffs, we're Googling players during the game. And we're 49ers fans. Who is that? Wallow, who is that? Like, I don't know who most of these guys are. And I'm a fan. I know these guys. Like, I just feel like at some point you run out of ammunition.
Man, 83. It was over first quarter. I felt like the van on the Titanic. It was a pleasure serving with you, gentlemen. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, like to your point earlier, man, it's like it looked the way the first game felt like it was. Like the first time they played around, when it was like, what was the final score? Like 13-3 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yes.
If you watch the game without looking at the score, it felt like it was about like what the score was in this game.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know what I'm saying? So just like, I don't know, it's a game of matchups, man. And I think I won't go so far to say they have your number, but I really think it's a bad matchup this year. I mean, we experienced it with y'all. You know what I mean? Dallas and 49ers. 49ers is just a bad matchup for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, I guess that happens. I mean, with y'all being, being handicapped on top of that with injuries,
right.
It just didn't fall right for you, man. We brought up Brandon Ayuk a little earlier. Well, hold up. Look, people already throwing in their Super Bowl picks.
Go Pats, go Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos. We got Broncos over here. We got the Pats.
Okay, so look, Sean make an interesting point, which is how I feel right here
about not wanting to. Oh, winning Levi. Y'all don't want Seattle crip walking in y'all's field. That's what.
Let me ask you this, Sean: if it had to be one of those teams, who would you rather see? And I know I'm asking you to say, do you like the taste of piss or shit? But would you rather Seattle win or the Rams if it had to be one?
If I'm y'all this year, man, I'd rather be the Rams because I mean, just off the strength of how Seattle just kind of like dominated y'all this year, man.
No. That's not how I feel. I feel
that's opposite. Not how you feel?
No. I don't want the Rams to win 2 Super Bowls in like 3 years or 4 years, whatever the fuck. No, I'd rather Sam Bradford win. Or Darnold. My bad.
Y'all still have more, man. What are you worried about? They're not catching up.
I don't care. I would rather the Seahawks. I don't want McVay to have 2 up on Shanahan either. That'd be his second ring. No, I don't want that. I'm cool with Seattle winning 1. If I had to go between the Seahawks and the Rams, I don't want the Rams to win again. They just won. They just won like 3 years ago. Why the hell would I want the Rams to win again?
I mean, who cares?
Because if you win 3, you can start saying we a dynasty and shit. Hell no. No.
They're not. Ain't nobody thinking that shit, Keith.
But if you win 3 in the Mahomes era, you are on par with the Chiefs.
The Mahomes era is at a momentary pause at the moment, Keith. Nobody's.
Man, Chapman said he'd rather the Rams win too. Wow, these folks like the Rams. What's wrong with the Seahawks? I don't like the Seahawks either. So
the Seahawks should be fresh on your mind. They just beat y'all ass for like twice in a few weeks. Y'all didn't score no touchdowns. That's what everybody talking about. Like, damn, what such a dominant display. And
look, I would rather also be like they are clearly. I mean, first off, the last time we played the Rams, they whooped our ass too.
But I can't speak on it, man. Y'all would. For me, it's like that's like asking me, would I rather see Philly win the Super Bowl in You know what I mean? In Jerry World, or would I rather see the Giants? You know, one of them is going to hit a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Because we dominate the Giants all the time.
We don't have a crazy playoff history with the Rams. Like, we have rivalry losses against fucking Seattle, so I can see why they would say the Rams. I just feel like the Rams just got one in LA. Then they're going to get one in our building too. So that means we can't say Levi South or none of that shit no more. They run Cali. They don't want a chip in both cities. Nah, I don't like that.
Yo, it's like, I mean, like what he said. He said there are no Rams fans. You know what I'm saying?
Fact, Jack. I first off, Bruz is everywhere. So I know Bruz Rams fans because they be texting me.
Nah, they be just wanting to see you lose, Keith. they just want to troll you. They'll be a Rams fan for if they're good.
It's that day, right?
Yeah. One thing we all know, Dallas won't be there anytime soon. Won't be where anytime soon. What we talking about? Huh?
In the Super Bowl.
What you talking about, man? We going next year. What you mean? We got a new defensive coordinator, man. It's going down. But nah, all jokes aside.
Yeah, dog. Like, they don't be like, yo, no matter what, because if it was me and we won in LA, then we double back and win in San Francisco. Only thing left you got to do is win it. The Chargers. Well, no, because the Chargers play in SoFi. So now they got chips in both. They run California if they win the Super Bowl. You couldn't tell me nothing as a Niner fan if we won a Super Bowl in LA and Santa Clara within 5 years of each other. Hell no. Nah. I'm going for Seattle.
Man,
I have more animosity towards Seattle too for the most part, but that's like 10, 12 years ago. They haven't won in since Legion of Boom days.
I mean, neither team has, like, it hasn't been that long. I mean, I know the Rams is more recent, obviously, but I mean,
it hasn't been that long to us. But the Rams just won like
year before last, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, they just won. And then
OBJ, you know.
Nah, I'm pulling for everybody but the Rams. That's why I was so pissed off. I wanted Chicago to win that game. Chicago should have won that game, man.
They should have. You still mad at DJ Moore? You still think it's all his fault?
I think it's mostly his fault.
I think that play should have never been called.
This is what you do. The Rams should have lost to the Panthers, right? We agree?
Yeah.
Why didn't they lose? What was the biggest play in that game of why they won?
You said why?
Yeah.
Why didn't the Rams lose?
Yeah, what was about to happen in that goal line at the end of the game?
Oh, you're talking about the are you talking about the 2-point conversion or which call?
No, I'm talking about when Carolina should have picked that ball off.
Oh, yeah.
And what did Puka Nacua do?
Puka did what Puka does.
He hustled and now he played defense.
He played defense, yeah.
So why didn't DJ Moore do that?
It looked like, so I don't know, man. I can't speak on him because I mean, like I said, he ghosted the media, but it was like a complete miscommunication. Like it looked like he thought that Caleb was gonna throw it over top of the safety, but then he should have been breaking right. It looked like he ran the wrong play. Like DJ Moore didn't run the right route, or either that, or he just ran the route too high. But
he didn't. First off, he didn't even run a route.
He was 2 steps. Whatever he did, it put him 2 steps behind. It put him 2 steps behind what the route he was supposed to run. And it looked like
it wasn't a. First off, the guy made a great catch to get the pick.
Yeah.
So if you would have ran that crosser, that dagger route or whatever they called it, you would have been where you were supposed to. Because these quarterbacks aren't throwing like in elementary; they're throwing to spots. And if you're not in the spot you're supposed to be in, you just blow it. I don't know who to put it on. I didn't think it was a bad play call. Throw a pass, you're in elements, right?
Yeah.
I want to get my kicker close as I can. I don't think. I mean, does Caleb have the arm strength that we would like every quarterback to have? Absolutely. Has he made big plays all season? Absolutely. Made the biggest of plays in that game that I've never seen before.
That was insane. But it all got negated by that play. They could have ran the ball, man. They just run the damn ball. You got time on the clock, or he could threw some. You could have threw some short. You could have did a dip and dunk, man. He did the same crap that that freaking Carson Beck tried to do in the Miami game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You try to go for the home run, man, to strike out. And like I said, that probably would have worked had they been on the same page. You know what I mean?
But while we on here, we got some viewers. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We go live every week. Mostly Wednesdays, but there's times like today we got to do it on Thursdays.
You got to do it, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Keith, we might have to start. We got to, when the football season started to wrap up, when those Thursday games are starting going on, man, we might have to, maybe think about doing this maybe twice a week.
Right, for sure.
Because I don't know, man, that 49ers game just felt like it was a long time ago.
It does.
It felt like it was a while ago, man. But nah, I feel you on that though, man. Like, yeah, I would have liked to see the Bears win that game too, but it is what it is. We got the Rams in Seattle coming up. But I was impressed with Caleb. I agree, Sean. He was he is going to be a problem. Like, he had a lot of like Mahomes comps when he was coming out of college.
Correct.
And you can see why people, I'm not saying he's Mahomes right now, but you can see why people will make the type of plays he was making. You can see why people had that. So I don't think next season will get better. So talking about who?
You talking about Niner game?
Oh, the 49ers?
They got to have a good offseason.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all need to get some receivers, man. Y'all better trade Ayuk or whatever y'all gonna do with Ayuk. Ayuk is overrated to me, man. I don't even know why everybody's hyping him. I don't think he's a number one receiver. I never have thought he was. He was commanding number one receiver money. He had one good season, if we being real, where you said, oh, maybe he could be a number one receiver. I never saw him as that. He was a number two to Debo when Debo was there. Like,
I don't know, because Debo is more of a weapon. If you always ask me who our best route running receivers, because you remember that game, how he was dicing up Diggs in Dallas in the playoffs? How he was him up.
Diggs, he was getting schemed up though.
But you still got to route somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying Ayuk is not a good receiver and can't run routes and can't create separation.
I would put him on a level of like Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith is a 1B. That's fair. I think Devontae Smith is a little bit better.
I wouldn't say I didn't say like who's like I would say he's on that level.
You think they're on the same level? I think I personally feel like if AJ Brown is not on the Eagles, Devontae Smith is easily number one.
Maybe I'm just gearing too much of my thoughts towards his size. Pause. But I just feel like Devontae's lacking there. But maybe I'm wrong. I look at it just like as a 49er fan, when he was on the field, Ayuk was always open.
Yeah. Javon said Brock Purdy is overrated.
Where do you got him rated at? I don't have him like rated like where do you have him rated at, Javon? And I'll tell you if it's overrated.
I've been very consistent about how I feel about Brock Purdy.
Right.
You've heard me say it a million times, Keith. So, he is an extension of Kyle Shanahan. I think he greatly benefited from being in Kyle Shanahan's system. I think Kyle obviously was great for him. I think if any other team would have drafted him, we might not even know who he is.
Who? Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure he would have got I don't think he would have got the opportunity.
I agree with that.
He might be a backup somewhere, like a serviceable backup, but I don't think he has the athleticism. He has some skill sets. He does some. He's not a robot. He does his own thing. I've seen him make some big plays. He makes plays with his legs. But to me, he's a product. He's like a proxy or an avatar of Kyle Shanahan, and Kyle Shanahan was able to mold him into what he wanted him to be. But I'm not sure if you put him in a different system, maybe he takes what he learned from Kyle Shanahan. But if he hadn't ever landed in San Francisco, I'm not sure, you're looking at him the same way.
Nah, to your point, I don't think he would have went that high. But what's crazy is I don't think he has a weak arm. We've thrown a lot of deep balls with Brock. First off, what's a weak arm? I don't know. You seen him dice up the Cowboys for 40-something points.
Dice up who? Wait, dice up who for 40-something points?
Dallas.
When?
Last year. No, 2 years ago.
I don't know what you on.
Yeah, you don't remember we dropped 40.
Was that the Kittle's FU shirt game? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was an anomaly. We're not gonna talk about that.
I agree with this. He's not better than Dak. So
nah.
I don't think he's overrated. I don't think anybody goes out there and says he's better than Dak.
Nah, I told you, man, you put Dak on the 49ers, you get Kyle Shanahan, that's a whole I'll be mad as hell.
Matt Ryan, Josh. No,
Tony Romo, Josh Allen, Phillip Rivers.
First off,
the same person.
Brock Purdy is not in their class. No. Matt Ryan, Josh Allen, and Phillip Rivers are better than Dak.
Matt Ryan, Josh Allen, and Phillip Rivers are better than Brock.
They are better than Brock, but they're better than Dak too.
Matt Ryan, which Matt Ryan?
The one that won the MVP.
The Kyle Shanahan, Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
I can live with that. That's not, Josh Allen, Josh Allen is exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Phillip Rivers, that's not that's a fair assessment.
But he's putting Brock Purdy with those guys. And I'm like, I don't think Brock Purdy is in their class.
He doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony Romo. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think people disrespect Romo, man. If you really, the biggest knock on him is he got injured all the time and he didn't have a lot of playoff success. But you can say that about a lot of great quarterbacks.
Right.
But Tony Romo would load up the stats. You know what I'm saying? But
that's true,
man. Where we want to go next, Keith?
Before we get back to NFL, let's go to this.
What's this? Oh man, we ain't got a chance to talk about it, man. Wow, man. Hey, man, we put up a fight. We put up a fight against them grown ass men in Indiana. we put up a fight against the New York Jets, man. But came up short, man. It was, I watched that game in its you watched the game in its totality, man. It looked like they kind of took what they did to Miami, what Miami usually does, like what Miami has been doing in the college football playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Dominant offensive line, using the offensive line, leaning on the offensive line, running the ball. People talk about the explosive plays that what's his name, Fernando Mendoza that he makes, but people don't talk enough about Indiana's run game. They talk about Miami's run game with Fletch, but Indiana got a solid run game too. But they used our game plan against us. You know what I mean? They were dominating the line of scrimmage. It took Miami a little bit to kind of warm up to the game. Once it started to pick up, you started to see, man, it was very competitive, man. I know the lasting memory is going to be that last play, with Carson Beck.
Right, throwing the pick.
It's crazy, man, because after Indiana scored, which I mean that was a ferocious play by Mendoza, man, when he ran the ball in. The call to make that call. I was pissed though, man. I'm like, how you not put a spy on him? Everybody watching that knew he was about to run. Like, well, where's the spy? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna let him jam it in the end zone. But that was a big play. And then after that play happened and we were getting the ball back, I forgot how much time was on the clock. It was like it was under a minute. I remember. I'm sitting here like I was in a text group, man. I'm just like, man, it was like, yo, Beck got to step up. I'm like, man, no, Beck is known to give the ball to the other team in these situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This, he's known to do it. And lo and behold, he damn pressing up the field, trying to throw. I don't know what progressions he was going through on that play, but he made the absolute worst decision out of all of the options he had. First of all, you had Malachi Tony running a drag route right across the middle.
Wide open.
You could just throw it right to him, man. That's like easy 12 to 15 yards. Malachi Tony is a beast in the open field. You throw it to him in the flat, he's gonna take it on you. You know what I mean? But you throw it down the sideline. Here's the problem. That pass might have worked. Him throwing it, it might have worked, but he underthrew it. He doesn't have the arm. He don't have that arm talent to make the play that he was trying to throw. I saw what Beck was looking at. It was still a bad decision, but I saw why he was trying to do what he was trying to do. If he's going to make that pass, you need to throw it to the damn pylon, the front pylon of the end zone. You can't underthrow that pass, man. He underthrew it, with two defenders right there. Easy pickings. So, but I thought it was very, very competitive. I was proud of Miami. Miami is back, man. I feel like the Hurricanes are back in the conversation. You got more players wanting to transfer there. We getting Mensah, the quarterback from Duke, coming. They said their wide receivers coming with them too. The number one wide receivers coming with them.
What do you think about all that?
What's up?
All
the money and all the.
You see, Duke is talking about suing him.
Hey, I mean, they don't need to sue him. They need to sue the system. You know what I mean? This is college football.
I'm Ragsdale. I didn't know that. I went to Ragsdale. Devin Boykins. I'm gonna look him up. Got a natty. But go ahead. Yeah, what do you think about that? They gonna sue him?
I mean, they could try. I mean, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Look, this is how everything is set up now. This is how what the transfer portal does. Right. It's the same reason Indiana is even there in the first place. Indiana's a great story. Don't get me wrong, man. And that coach, I don't know why there aren't more teams, NFL, whatever, hitting up Coach Sig for a potential coaching job. But that's a hell of a coaching job, man. You turn the culture around like that. They ain't never won nothing. And within 2 years, they only had 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? Go undefeated. First team to go 16-0 since Yale back in the 1800s. Like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I mean, it's the nature of the beast, man. It's like, yo, y'all want to do this transfer portal thing? Everything's changing now. So this is a byproduct of that. This is a consequence. So, I mean, hey, don't be mad. They say don't hate the player, hate the game. Right. I mean, this is a prime example. If he can do it, then he's gonna do it. I don't know. What do you think, Keith? You think he should be sued? You think that the Duke has a?
If I was paying him all that money, I want him sued. But if they trying to buy him out, I don't know. I'm of the mindset, yo, I don't want nobody on my team that don't want to be on my team. But it's like for them, they think they have a quarterback. And to your point, now I don't even know their number one receiver. All right, we got that locked in. We're going to go in the portal. We're going to build around them. We're going to do all this. Then you turn around, and it's right before the portal closes, right? So now I can't even. Yeah, I sue their ass because you handicapping me now, and you're my in-conference competition.
Did you see what Miami offered him?
Yeah.
They not only threw him a bag, they said, matter of fact, hey, you got a sister that plays. Yeah.
Pretty much clubhouse or whatever. What did they say?
Clubhouse housing.
Whatever. I saw all that.
She getting the Landman treatment. I don't know if y'all watched the show Landman. If you haven't, man, you gotta check it out. But he has a daughter that's a cheerleader at TCU. And the mom, she got her in the clubhouse suites and all of that stuff. Yeah, man, they put a nice package together, man. It's like, yo, man, we will get you and your sister in over here. What's up?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you in the U, man, and it's Miami. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to be at? You want to be in Miami? You want to be in Durham?
Miami. Not even close. It's not close.
No. Look at these palm trees. My man D Wade, how could I leave these palm trees?
So look, here's the thing, Sean. Out of that 10 million, it's 2 or 3 or 4 million is to buy him out of Duke. So they are paying. But here's my thing: I want to field a competitive team, and when they got him, it was like the portal was closing within like a certain amount. I don't know, day, few hours, whatever it was. So now Duke's stuck. Like, that's crazy.
I don't know, man. He wanted to get out. He wanted to rid himself of that fluke ass team in the damn had no business in the ACC championship game. But no, for real. It's hey, it is what it is, bro. It's the game, Keith. That's what it is right now.
To what I said, yo. When we were talking about Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss to go to LSU, like there needs to start being some rules on some of this stuff. Like I said, the NFL, you can't do that. The only way I can come get your defensive coordinator is if I'm going to make him our head coach, right? Because you see, like some of these teams are like they got to ask permission to talk to guys, and the other team be like, no. Because the only way you can do it is like you can say I'm an offensive coordinator, but if I don't call plays and if I'm gonna go somewhere and call plays, and that's called a promotion.
Right.
So like, yeah, could you imagine like what I said if when Seattle fired Pete Carroll, who's your next coach gonna be? I don't know. We like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. We're gonna like what? That's not but that is what these colleges, that's what they doing.
That's what they're doing, man.
I mean, who's your quarterback gonna be? I like the kid at Duke. What? That's crazy.
Hey, man, it's like, hey, I told somebody when Miami beat Ole Miss, I was like, man, you know who the happiest person in the world is right now? Lane Kiffin.
Sure.
Boy, imagine that would have been a fun story if they would have made it to the national championship and potentially won.
Every round they made, he got paid.
He getting paid, but is he? I mean, what that they win a national championship without him actually being on the sideline coaching. I mean,
it put the pressure on him. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then they were revolting against him leaving, so it would have just been such a bad look for him going into a new coaching situation at that. But yeah, man, I'm excited. That Miami football is back. That we back. My boys is back in that conversation. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing to be excited about in college football really since daggone A&T was going to the Celebration Bowls. You know what I mean? It's been a while. So hey, man, look, it's the future is bright, man. At least the immediate future. I think college football is turned on its head, though. No more SEC dominance. Obviously, they hadn't been an SEC champion. When the last time the SEC won a championship? What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? Was it Georgia? Georgia was the last one to win, right?
They won in 2022.
Yeah, but it's been like, it's been like Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan. We just had Indiana. It's Big Ten. So, and then you're seeing more and more conferences and emerging. So it's not like this SEC heavy college football playoff anymore, man. It's more competitive. That's the positive side of the whole transfer portal situation.
It is. That's much more positive. So since 2000, they have won a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think in the 2000s, and I'm sure most of those have Nick Saban's name tied to them somewhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, ACC snuck in there some. Dabo Swinney got Clemson in there. Clemson had a nice little run. I mean,
they got 6. Saban got 6 of them. LSU got 3 of them. Florida got 2 of them. And Auburn got 1. And to your point, Georgia had the back-to-back.
Yeah.
In 2021, 2022. But from 2017 to 2022, they won 5 out of 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about from 2022 to 2026?
0.
Exactly. And that's the shift I'm talking about. It's a complete power shift, because you're not even seeing they weren't even in the national championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At this point, LSU got that one with Saban.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that was his 7th.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I like it. I mean, I think it makes college football fun, man. I mean, us, especially those of us who have kids, the NIL is intriguing.
It's intriguing for sure.
So yeah, so I'm all for it, man. But moving on, man, because I really want to talk about this Buffalo Bills stuff, man. It's a lot of madness going on over there right now.
It's a lot going on.
Well, I think we had some people in the comments. Oh, he was talking about talking about the lame Kiffin. So going to the school is a better chance to go to the playoffs in the SEC. But you were already in the playoffs, and it made no sense, right? It made absolutely no sense.
It made sense to me.
Huh?
It made sense to me.
Well, under the circumstances, it didn't. I mean, but probably in the long run, I would say it probably in the bigger picture. But what were you gonna say?
Well, we just talked about NIL.
Uh-huh.
LSU's budget is way bigger than Ole Miss's.
Yeah.
Just because he's good enough to maximize Ole Miss's doesn't mean like you hope you can take what you did at Ole Miss to LSU with more money, and that should be the goal. Why you say that? What? Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say more attractive destination for recruits and transfers as well.
Buffalo is an unattractive job. I disagree, but put in the comments why you think it's unattractive. Any coach would love to take a job with a franchise level quarterback.
Absolutely.
So because then the rest of the team he can build around.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that sentiment with what
anybody as a Pittsburgh fan should understand that job was attractive to Mike Tomlin because of Big Ben being in his prime at the time.
Yeah,
I can't think of a job ever where coming in and having a quarterback like that was a bad job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that is a good counter. The ownership GM situation. That could be true. But the next coach that comes in, depending on his reputation, to your point, like I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if I've sent you this. I got a few Buffalo fans. They're like, yo, 3 number ones in the third for Kyle.
Oh, they were serious about that? You told me about that.
Yeah, they were serious about it.
Boy, Kyle in Buffalo with Josh Allen.
Yep.
I
sent it to. I gotta find the video, but I sent it to the Honorable Will Medley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trolling, and he was like, "Buffalo fans want that."
I mean, hey, but I understand the sentiment of the GM and the owner. I mean, that's crazy, man.
But if you were able to trade for a Kyle, he's not coming unless he has kind of full autonomy.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, just to catch people up on what's going on in case they haven't been watching the news. I mean, we saw essentially there's a whole lot. So, man, what's the GM? What's the GM's name? Was it Bean?
Yeah, Brandon Bean.
Brandon Bean.
Hired by Sean McDermott.
McDermott brought him in, and he essentially, as it would appear, contributed allegedly, maybe not, and McDermott being out of there. But then he, all of a sudden got a nice little promotion once McDermott left.
Right.
Press conference, man. Got the owner of the Buffalo Bills sitting there, and and then they basically threw the pick of Keon Coleman, threw it on to the coaching staff.
Right.
And he jumped in and tried to defend Brandon, like, hey, the GM is taking a lot of a flack for picking Keon, but I can assure you that he was just being a team player with the coaching staff. And like, I'm just sitting here just looking at this tacky shit. Like, what am I watching right now? Do y'all realize this man is on your team?
Right.
Like, if you're a Keon Coleman and you're sitting there watching this press conference, like,
that should give you motivation.
Motivation to what? Motivation to want to be better, or motivation to want to be somewhere where you're appreciated?
Both. Because you Keon Coleman, you showing up to meetings late, bro. You getting suspended. They suspending you for drives. Like, that's all professional stuff that you got to handle. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be up there talking crazy about you if you were handling your stuff. You know what I'm saying? My man said Dayball going to the Bills. Shout out. This is my coworker, big Buffalo fan.
Woo. Unattractive city, shittiest weather, drags of attractiveness. You want that fan base, you want that energy, you want Josh Allen and that team. That's the attractive. As a coach, there's no place you should rather be. Okay. Well, they don't have to worry about the weather too much longer with the new stadium. You know what I'm saying?
So it's gonna be a dome style stadium.
Yeah, they're gonna cover it up, man.
Buffalo, like, look,
yeah,
we about to have winter weather and ice storms in Georgia. I'm not looking forward to that. It's like that in August in Buffalo.
Right.
But I understand what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's invited me to like Buffalo Bills Mafia Sports. Look, it's a fun fan base. Matter of fact, that's my AFC squad. Go Buffalo.
I always like wanted to be like one of those type of games where it's like, because I know they got crazy tailgates out there.
Right.
The tailgates are crazy in Buffalo, but like, I wouldn't mind being in one of those games, man, where it snowed out, man. You know what I mean? They in there, they out there, just having a good time. It just looks fun. They make it. Their fandom makes everything look fun out there. So to that point, I can understand that. I don't think it's an unattractive job.
I don't either.
I don't think it's an unattractive job, man. You got Josh Allen. You got an opportunity to coach him. Brian Daboll actually makes sense because Brian Daboll's claim to fame is really Josh Allen.
Developing Josh Allen, for sure.
Yeah. That's how he got the job with the Giants. They wanted to see him do that, potentially with Daniel Jones, if they, we're going to continue down that right.
Right.
But it's just It's just a matter of, who's the best fit, who can navigate professionally, in that environment with that GM and that owner. And just, because you shouldn't have to worry about that, man. You should just be able to focus on the team.
No, part of coaching is you got to worry about that.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, they shouldn't have to worry about the drama between the GM and the owner. That shouldn't be on the table. It shouldn't be like, they should be able to, focus on what they need to do to develop the team and get the players in place, not have trust issues with ownership and the front office. But
saw Josh crying and I ain't mad at. Look, man, I tell people like I used to coach girls high school basketball. My son, obviously, my son's athlete. Lost in championship game. Guess what my son did? Cried.
Passion.
When people are usually seniors in high school and they play their last game, what do? In that national championship, and they lost, and even the teams that won, what were some of them players doing? They're crying. They so much invested, and Josh probably felt like this was their year, and I'm not mad at a player being passionate. I'm more mad at their defense because every playoff game they lose, they give up 30. And the reason I was like, okay, I can fire McDermott is because you're supposed to stop a team from getting 30. Josh, even with 3 turnovers, had 30 points, right? I think they lost 33-30. Why can't you keep teams under 30? I don't know. That's just my 2 thoughts on it. He says, I stand on what I said. Unattractive job due to situation in front office. Why would I want to work for somebody like that? Who says Josh won't ask out during my first year? Just because he asks out doesn't mean you got to let him out. No. But hold on. If he asks out, instead of us trading Kyle to Buffalo, let's trade Josh to San Francisco.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
I would love it.
What about Brock Purdy?
Hey, look. I view Brock Purdy how Sean McVay viewed Jared Goff.
Yeah.
It's cool till you can actually go upgrade. Because I think there's 2 FC quarterbacks. 3. I think Lamar has the potential to ask out, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The culture there seems crazy because you're still blaming the refs, which a guy made a good point. You're coaching across from a coach who actually lost a divisional or NFC championship to that. You remember that bad call with the Rams against the Saints on that pass interference?
Oh, man. Who can forget that?
And so even if you don't like those calls, none of those calls were as bad as that call. And so
so to get back,
I like this one. Oh, go ahead and finish your thought before.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that, to the interception. I was about to say I want to get back to the game.
All right, go ahead.
So Keith, I was on the phone with you, man. I think watching this game in the first half,
right?
And I had portions, others were sitting around me, and as that half was wrapping up, when Josh Allen, when they were trying to press the ball, it was like a little bit of time on the clock. They got the ball on like their own 10 or 15 or something like that.
Right.
The ideal thing to do would have probably been to kneel on it, probably.
Correct.
They were trying to press the ball downfield or whatever they were doing, and then it was like this. Josh Allen starts scrambling for whatever reason, and he fumbled. It almost looked like he threw it backwards the way he fumbled. It was a very awkward looking fumble. It looked like he was like trying to pass it and just like threw it backwards. Mm-hmm. And he gave the ball back to the Denver with in field goal range, and they were able to score again at the end of the half. At that moment, I said out loud, if Buffalo loses this game,
they're gonna look back on that play.
they're gonna look back on that play, and McDermott's gonna lose his job.
You said that.
I said it right there on the spot. I was like, that right there is how you lose your job.
Right.
And to the point, reason I brought that up, or I thought about it, because someone's saying that Josh Allen was crying. He wasn't just crying because of the opportunity, because there was an opportunity. Right. All the pressure was on Josh Allen this year. We said it last week on the show. Nobody has more pressure on them than Josh Allen. You don't have Mahomes. Mahomes is not there. Lamar Jackson's not there. Joe Burrow's not there. None of the guys who have been obstacles for you are in your way. It's just you and the new boys. It's your time to go get it. But you have four, was it 4 or 5 turnovers in that game? You know what I mean? I'm gonna get to the interception, but you have 4 or 5 turnovers in that game. It wasn't his fault. They wouldn't have been in the game if it wasn't for him, but right. he was costly for them in that game as well. And he knew that all of those things on his shoulder. That's why he was crying in the locker room. That's why he was crying at the press conference, because he's like, man, I had an opportunity and I feel like I blew it. He knew that whether that was an interception or not, it was just like, it still falls on me. The stat sheet still says I threw an interception. I contributed to this loss.
Right.
But so back to the interception. Oh, did you have something to say on that, Keith? I didn't mean to.
No. You hit everything. Like, yeah, we discussed that, and because I was listening to it on the radio while we were talking, because I remember I know where I was at, because as soon as he fumbled, I was driving right by my son's middle school. I was like, I think Denver had just scored. Okay, you're gonna go into halftime and it's whatever. Yep. And then he fumbled it. I said, "Oh my God." And he fumbled in field goal range.
Yep.
So they could just
after he fumbled, it was like 3 seconds on the clock when they recovered it. And Sean Payton just sent the damn field goal unit out there, and they just
that is coaching malpractice. That is coaching malpractice.
Oh, for sure.
That is a reason you get fired. 1,000%.
Sure. But he, so to the interception, I want to check the comments right quick, man, see if anybody had anything. Okay. No, we move up to the interception. So, all right, we saw the interception, man. I don't know. We don't have no footage of that right now, do we?
No, but I can see if I can drum it up. Go ahead and speak on it.
All right. So, man, he threw it was a lot of different angles on that interception. I had mixed feelings about it. When I initially saw it, my first thought was, what are we doing? Because here's the thing. To my knowledge, Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's a 50-50, right, then the ball goes to the receiver.
Yeah, that's what I've always been told, man.
So a couple of things annoyed me about it. I was annoyed with the refs, but I was also annoyed with Brandon Cooks.
Right. Because it didn't seem like.
All right, let's talk about the NFL playoffs. The big controversy from over the weekend. Bills Broncos, was it a catch? Was it an interception? What are your thoughts?
This is one of those things that I went back and forth with. When I first seen this, I thought, so the rule is usually if both the receiver and the defensive back come down with the ball and they both have control of it, it usually goes to the offense. And when you look at this play, Brandon Cooks has the ball as they hit the ground. It wasn't until afterwards where the ball got stripped out. So to me, I thought it was a catch, but they ruled it as an interception. I'm a former defensive back, so I always lean towards that. And you do know I spent a couple of years with the Denver.
I'm trying to get the actual play, but
yeah, man, I don't really want their commentary per se.
The refs definitely made their fair share of calls in overtime for this Bills Broncos thrilling finish, but I think the real controversial call
It's just too. So Kyrie said it best, man. Refs are just inconsistent, man. Because on one hand, you think to yourself, because you can look at this so many different ways. You can look at it and say Brandon Cooks. Reason I was annoyed with Brandon Cooks is because you even let him take the ball from you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If you had fought for the ball or even contested it after he took it, he didn't even show any emotion. His body language almost read as if he felt like it got intercepted. You know what I'm saying? He was not demonstrative or anything.
Yeah.
So that was why I was annoyed with Brandon Cooks.
And I don't know how much time is left at this point. 7:48. We don't have any challenges. They did review it because they review all turnovers, right?
In overtime.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's OT, so it's gonna get reviewed.
I thought, to your point, some of these things you gotta sell, right?
Yeah.
You gotta sell these pass interference calls. You gotta sell roughing the passer. Like it's like you just gave him the ball. It did, to your point, it made absolutely no sense. Like you got the ball in your chest like that as a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he just thought he came down with it or what. Now, if you're gonna say that, if you're gonna criticize Caleb's pass in that moment, what's the difference?
Oh, it's not. I feel the same way.
Okay.
I feel this exact same way. No. 100%. I thought it was a better pass.
Right.
And he put it right on his chest.
Well, the receiver ran a better route.
He did a much better route. Brandon Cooks is a really good route runner too. He's one of the better route runners in the NFL.
Right.
But then you look at the rules as far as like, and they showed in the slow motion when he had possession of the ball as opposed to when when he started to take it out. And then they're looking at it. It looked almost simultaneous, like Brandon Cooks landed simultaneously as the ball was coming out of his hand. And you're looking at all of that, and it just all I get out of that is shit still 50-50. You know what I mean? Still goes to the receiver.
I still think the ball should have been Cooks.
It should have been Cooks.
And they still pulled 30. Bullshit ref call could have saved us, but the mistakes were there. Josh isn't leaving Buffalo. Of course, she said Josh isn't leaving.
I love that whole comment because I agree with her. And yeah, he ain't going nowhere. They're not letting him leave. He's the most important person in that city right now. But no, it's just any way you look at it, it should have been going to the offense. I don't see what the big deal. Like I said, Brandon Cooks could have did them a lot of service by being a little more demonstrative or doing something, selling
showing
it.
more fight. Like,
yeah, he showed no fight. He just let him come take it from him. It was almost like, and I don't think he was doing it I don't think he was being passive because he's not a passive player. I think he was just like, in his mind, he's like, well, I came down with it and he took it out after I was down. And he was just like not even really thinking about the fact that they were giving it or counting it as an interception. But once he realized it, he should be like, yo, what? He walked off like he really thought it got intercepted. You know what I mean? Or maybe he didn't know. But, bro, fake it till you make it. Something. You know what I mean?
I don't understand. I've never really seen nothing like it. Because, these NFL receivers are strong enough. How everything happened in that play is pretty much Buffalo in a vacuum, right? Like, have you ever seen a play like that?
Not that didn't go to the offense.
Correct.
Yeah, Buffalo got screwed.
I was like, as soon as his back hit the ground and the ball is here, it's over, right?
Yeah, he should have had it.
It's a wrap.
It was at worst a 50-50. At best, he ripped the ball out after he was already down.
Right.
They're talking the whole they applied the completing the process of a catch rule to that interception. That was the explanation. They said he hadn't fully completed.
That still didn't make any sense to me, brother.
Nah, me neither. I'm telling you what they said. I'm giving you their explanation. Like the completing the process of the catch. He didn't complete the process of the catch before the ball came out. That's what they were saying. You know what I mean? So what he said, Drake, Tanya Harding, man, sent them people after Bo.
Let's talk.
Oh yeah,
That
something else. We'll move to the Patriots.
Or let's go to. Let's skip that for a second.
No. Well. He brought that up. That's the same. I mean, that Bo thing is the same game. So
let's go to who can win the Super Bowl.
That's a good segue.
Who goes to the Super Bowl then?
Say who's winning these games. We look at these matchups. Okay.
You have to take New England over Denver. But
why do you have to take New England over Denver? Keith, tell me.
I'm skeptical.
Because I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this.
Quarterback, man.
Okay. Tell me about the quarterback. Keith, talk to me.
Goes out on a kneel down. Do you think that's when he got injured? They're saying he got injured on a kneel down.
I don't think so. I think I saw some breakdown some doctor guy did. I think it was like on the play before the kneel down or whatever.
So I think Vrabel is an exceptional coach, don't you?
He has been this year. Yeah. I mean, it's his first year.
He
was good in Tennessee too. So yeah, he
is. And I would say Sean Payton is proven. One has their starting quarterback, one doesn't.
Okay.
To your point, it could be a Nick Foles, Jeff Hostetler situation. But I just don't see it.
Okay.
But one of the things that is in their favor is you got to go to Mile High, right?
Yep.
So if I had to pick, though, I'm going to pick New England.
Okay. So look. So I think so people are sleeping a little bit on this whole quarterback thing. I feel like as soon as Bo Nix went out, everybody just kind of wrote or penciled the Patriots into the Super Bowl.
That's going to be locker room material for sure.
I believe in Jared Stidham.
Yo,
hey,
I'm going to tell you this.
Yep.
We played Jared Stidham the year we went to the Super Bowl. He was with the Raiders. The boy put up like 37 points on us. And I'm talking about our defense was legit that year.
Right. So hear me out. So we talking all this noise about the Broncos. The Broncos are pretty much. So we're acting as if number one, Bo Nix was the best part of the Broncos.
Broncos, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're there because of Bo Nix. They're there because they have the best pass rush in football. You know what I mean?
Right.
And here's another thing, man. You brought up Sean Payton. Sean Payton, you think Sean Payton doesn't know how to prep Jared Stidham for this game? He picked Jared Stidham. Jared Stidham was one of his first signings. He wanted Jared Stidham on that team for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jared Stidham he's prepping him, man. And it's hard sometimes when you trying to prep for somebody you don't have tape on. You can go look at his old stuff from other, from the Patriots or whatever. But he hasn't thrown a pass. He hasn't thrown a damn pass in a game since 2023.
Right.
You don't have any tape on him this year. You don't know what he looks like in this offense. Your adjustments might not happen until halftime.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another thing. Let's talk about the Patriots for a second. Yeah, Drake May is an MVP candidate, but he's been a little shaky in the playoffs, Keith.
Only reason he wasn't the scapegoat is because CJ Stroud. I mean, I gotta apologize to Dallas Cowboys fans on this one. I got to apologize to Dak Prescott. I let out my mouth in CJ Stroud rookie year that Dallas no longer has the best quarterback in Texas. That's a lie in my Maury Povich voice. That boy CJ Stroud is something different and not in a good way.
I
He should have
don't
been benched.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. We'll get to him. We'll get back to him too. But Drake May has not been great in the playoffs, man. He was turning the ball over, man. That Texans pass rush was getting to him. The Broncos pass rush, even though I think the Texans got the best tandem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hunter.
Yep,
And
Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and Anderson. Yep. I think the Broncos have the best. I mean, they do. They're ranked higher than the Texans. They had the best overall pass rush. You know, so he's not gonna have an easy day. Drake May is, right. And you know, Sean Payton. They still got offensive weapons around. Stidham. They got some guys. You still got Mims in there. Still got your RJ Harvey and them boys. So I don't think this is gonna be as clean cut a victory as a pencil in or pen in for.
No, it's first off, football in a vacuum. There's only one game. This isn't the NBA where you're playing best out of 7.
Right.
So
any given Sunday. That's where the term comes from. You know what I mean? Any given Sunday, because you only playing once. You never know what can happen. But one can surmise, I mean, that's the Broncos' only disadvantage is that quarterback position, but it can be an advantage if played properly, schematically, and strategically.
Right.
Because they don't have nobody. He's an unknown. The Patriots defense, Mike Vrabel, they don't fully know how to prepare for him.
Right.
So that plays into, you got a guy like Sean Payton. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Super Bowl champ, one of the best offensive minds in the sport.
Yep.
Hey, all I'm saying is don't sleep on the Broncos.
I agree.
Hey, the Rocky Mountain 49ers is crazy.
Well, they got Dre Greenlaw. They got Talanoa Hufanga.
They do, yeah.
I feel like Sean Payton always goes out of his way to pick up 49ers. And then they got their quarterback hurt. Full 49er experience. You know what's crazy about another situation? We talked about Ayuk, right?
Uh-huh.
I was reading this thing. You know how many free agents we lost last year? Javarius Ward, Hufanga, Greenlaw. We lost like 6 guys. And the guy theory on it too was because they were trying to budget all that money for Ayuk. So we didn't just lose Ayuk because of this stupid situation. We lost a lot of other good players too. Don't be too happy over there, Cromell.
Hey, look. It is what it is. I think just like, yeah, I mean, look, Philly won with Foles. I don't know if they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I ain't said all that. But I think they can get by the Patriots.
Did you see Foles' tweet?
I didn't.
Oh man, if I can find it,
I didn't see his tweet. But
hold on, I got something for you. Foles had a good tweet though. He said, what did he say?
Man, what? Anything's possible? Is that what he said?
Anything's possible! Anything's possible.
Oh, Foles. So Foles dropped that. He dropped that Kevin Garnett on him.
No, your boy Kyrie just dropped it, so I put it in there.
Oh, true.
Let me see if I can find it. It's a pretty good. It's sarcastic. But you can keep talking.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's locking in with us, man. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. Keith and Burney, the Unbeaten with Keith and Burney. Make sure you go hit the notification button, too, if you already subscribe. That way you'll know when we're on a different day like today, because we're usually on Wednesdays, but we're on Thursdays today. So, man, you're locked into us, man. We appreciate you being here. And, man, you're listening to the Unbeaten, or you're watching the Unbeaten, however you choose to stream us. And locked in, powered by StreamYard, and let's go.
Okay. Can you
What
see
we got?
it?
Where's the tweet at, Key? We've been waiting for an hour for this tweet.
Is it up on the screen now?
Nope.
All right, hold on. An hour. You ain't waiting no hour.
Man, it feels like an hour waiting for a tweet by Nick Foles.
All right, you see it now.
Boom. What does it say? All right. Note for the Broncos. Oh, you got it?
You got it. Go ahead.
All right. Note for the Broncos and their fans. I know it has been an emotional 24 hours. I feel for Bo and the team, and I'm sending prayers for a strong recovery. A positive note going into the game versus the Patriots is that they struggle against backup quarterbacks in championship type games. Hey. That is a good tweet. Hey, man, shout out to Nick Foles, man. Shout out to Nick. Like he hits the DJ horn.
You shouting out the Eagles Super Bowl champion.
Hey, man. Hey, look. You know what? Dang, I didn't even think about that. Dang, what am I doing? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? But I don't care. I'm only the reason I said shout out to Nick Foles is because he's making my point. That's all.
Right.
Not because he's a Philly quarterback.
Right.
But no, it's anything's possible, man. Like Kyrie said, man. But I personally think, I know y'all are going go past go. I know y'all don't want to see an NFC West champion that's not the 49ers, but I personally think the Super Bowl champion is coming out of the NFC.
I do too.
Hey, man, keep being honest, man. I love to hear it.
It's still go Patriots over here, though.
Love the honesty, Keith. Out of applause for Keith for being honest. But no, I really think that Seattle Rams matchup is like that's gonna be like a Super Bowl type game.
Your old lady appreciates you shouting out the Eagles.
Oh man. Man, girl, I thought you were sleeping. What are you doing here? Go to sleep.
Go ahead, man.
But nah, man. Look, I think that you're gonna get a Super Bowl-esque type game, man, from that NFC matchup, man. That NFC West, NFC Championship. We had the NFC East Championship last year. NFC West. Who's next? Who's gonna be next year? Is it gonna be the NFC North? Are we gonna do? Is just each division gonna get its own thing in the NFC? That's what we're doing.
We seem to be getting NFC West and NFC Championships a lot lately. Not a whole lot, but enough. I know we played the Rams there one year.
Yeah, I mean, but last year, you had Philly and Washington.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's Philly because the Giants suck, and we know y'all weren't there.
Whatever.
But
it's gonna be great, man. Hey, man, did we cover all our bases, Keith?
Let me see. I was just looking at it.
Hey, man. So before we go,
The only thing we hit all our bases, but
the coach. We had a few we had some coaches, man. New
so
coach.
you had a Harbaugh join the NFC least.
The NFC least. Wow, man. Do I need to tell you why the NFC East is the best division in all of football? The greatest one of all time?
You can tell me that while we had 3 NFC West teams in the divisional last weekend.
Man, but we still got all of the hardware.
Okay, so everybody's won the ring.
Everybody.
But what do you make fun of me about that? You have a ring more recent than who?
Than you.
Okay. Who do you have a ring more recent than?
In our division?
Probably Commanders.
Yeah, Washington. Everybody else. The Giants have a more recent one, and of course Philly. They just had one last year.
I think the Giants have a more recent too.
I said the Giants first. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Giants won like while we were in college.
I wasn't in college in 2012.
Did they? I wasn't either. They won one. Okay, I'm thinking about they had one while we were in college though.
They won 2. Yes, they won that one in college when they were undefeated, the Patriots. Then they won the other one when the Giants beat us in the NFC Championship and they beat the Patriots again.
Oh, okay. I thought the one in college was when they were like they came in as like they just went on a win streak towards the end of the season.
That's
like
what
07.
No 7. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like they were. Yeah, they just went on a win streak and just kept winning.
Both their Super Bowl years, they went 9-7, bro.
Crazy.
We were 13-3, beating the hell out of them.
Crazy.
In the NFC Championship. Kyle Williams, I don't know if you remember that name.
I do.
Muffed all those kicks in the red zone. As a grown man, I almost cried on that one. That's been the most hurt I've been at. Even the Super Bowls, whatever, that was the most hurt I've ever been as a 49er fan.
Man. 2 more for each beat. Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, they both got 2 more. The Giants and Philly have both won 2 since the last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Giants 07, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But that was the worst one, Key. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, because I knew like they were 9-7. We dominated. We were 13-3 that year. We kind of we beat the team that I was. So look, the team that I was like, damn, we might not beat them was Drew Brees and the Saints.
Yeah.
So once we got them out the way, the Giants had upset somebody, and I'm like, oh, we get them at NFC Championship at home.
Mm-hmm.
And look, that game made me respect Eli Manning. I'll tell you this. Because Patrick Willis, Alden Smith, Justin, they beat the shit out of Eli Manning that day. And he kept getting up. Like, he kept getting up. But he didn't make no plays.
He was underwhelming. It's like those are his 2 best seasons of his career. I can't even think of like, you know what I mean? Do you remember any other notable seasons?
He doesn't have it. He's not a Hall of Famer, man. I believe that to my core. People, I don't care you argue with me. To me, a Hall of Famer in any sport is like they're just the dominant player. He's not dominant. Like he had moments. He had great moments, but he's mostly a 500 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 2 good playoff runs.
He's led the league in interceptions several times.
Yeah, he's a 500 quarterback. He's gonna get in because he is Peyton, brother. But Peyton is when you win 5 MVP. You don't gotta be 5 MVPs to be a Hall of Famer, but I'm just saying. Everybody keeps saying he'll get in. Over who? If Drew Brees is waiting, you would put him in over Drew Brees?
No. I don't.
Yeah.
Nah. He's like one could argue Joe Flacco had a better. I mean, if you give Joe Flacco another ring,
they're the same person.
Yeah, Flacco actually had better body of work for his season.
Sure.
Not to mention he's still playing.
Right.
But yeah, man. But nah, they got Harbaugh. They got Harbaugh over there, man. I mean, it is what it is. Seems like he's cleaning house. You know, I mean, hey, so what? They're gonna be more competitive. Oh well, okay. It's all good.
Right.
You know, hey man, it is what it is, man. I mean, he's cleaning house. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I could care less, to be honest, Keith. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what they do.
I don't either.
I don't give a damn about the Giants. Sorry, Giants fans. I know we got a few.
Thing is, if Jackson Dart is an answer, they should turn it around pretty quick.
Yeah. I think his philosophy is gonna change with Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh is gonna help him.
Right.
As far as that putting himself at risk. But yeah, man, you gotta. Hey, look. So I want to talk about something right quick, man. 'Cause I know we got to get out of here. But as far as coaching hires, how do y'all? I want to ask the mob this too, man. How do y'all feel about that Kevin Stefanski hire down in Atlanta? Because
good question.
There's a there's a sense of irony in that situation, as you can imagine, for a few reasons. You know, you trading him to Atlanta, where I mean, all right, one could, other than Michael Vick, probably Dion, probably most famous Falcon.
Dion.
Yeah. That not named Michael Vick, because Michael Vick experience was something different. You know what I'm saying?
But I think with Coach Prime and all that, I would favor Deion Sanders.
Okay, so you got that element of it,
but it's debatable. To your point,
I don't know that Prime. I mean, Prime is probably he's the best, one of the best players, period, of all time. You know what I mean? Probably top 5, best at his position, unquestionable. You know what I mean? Correct. But when you talk about Atlanta and what a player meant to the city and to the team, that Vic experience was something different. When I think of Prime, I more or less associate him with the 49ers and the Cowboys. Those were like his prime years. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended.
Right.
But like when I think of Atlanta, the first person that comes to my mind is number 7. But with that said, you get Kevin Stefanski out there in that city, and we know what the dynamics of that city is, and we know the whole culture was pushed. What's going on? What's happening?
One of my go back up to the comment. I'm gonna let you finish. Keep going. I'll go back. I got what I need. I'll show it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you made me lose my train of thought. But
no, you're talking about Stefanski.
Yeah, you got all those elements there, and then Matt Ryan, your boy you mentioned earlier, who's in the front office now,
right,
contributes to bringing him in.
Matt Ryan.
How do you gauge that situation, man? Do you think it's a look? I see Atlanta Falcons fans that's like, man, we didn't want Stefanski, we wanted Shador. Yeah, undefeated lifestyle, man. Yeah, he agrees with me. Yo, absolutely. That big experience was something different.
You have to collab undefeated lifestyle. We get you in.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
I don't think he's wrong, especially because, I mean, they actually won some when Vic was there. When Dion was with the Falcons, they sucked. Like, I don't think of Deion Sanders really being on any football team. He played for everybody. He's like what the guy said about what did the guy say to Lane Kiffin? Can't turn a home to a housewife.
Yeah.
That's what Deion was as a football player. How many teams did he play for?
Deion?
Mm-hmm.
Falcons,
Atlanta,
49ers,
San Francisco, Dallas, Redskins,
Redskins, Baltimore,
Ravens. At least those 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So hey, there's a lot to unpack there.
It is. Most Falcons fans would tell you, like, yo, we wanted Shador. We didn't want Stefanski.
But you know what's funny? They should be worried about winning because they have the best roster in the NFC South. Now, I think Kellen Moore is going to take another step with the Saints next year. But they should be worried about winning. Atlanta should be. Here's the thing. I was deployed back in 2010 and 12 when Matt Ryan started turning it because I feel like we played them in NFC Championship. We beat them. And I was deployed with Falcon fans, black ones at that. And they liked Vic, but the pure football people like Matt Ryan better as a quarterback, if that makes sense.
I mean, in some ways you can understand that. I mean, it's just they're completely different players. They're not comparable at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they
are I'll tell you why they are comparable. Because when Vic came back and he was with Philly, he played cerebral football. He said when he was in Atlanta, I went to practice and I was kicking it pretty much. I wasn't staying after the study film, and he said he didn't do nothing. Whereas, Matt Ryan did do all those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, the comp wasn't really a cerebral thing. It's just the playing style is just completely different. I mean, aside from the fact that Michael Vick is left-handed and you have to run an entire offense, you had to center your whole offense around him being left-handed. I mean, it's just you know what I mean? Matt Ryan's pocket passer. I mean, Vic can throw from the pocket. You know what I mean? And he's always had a great arm. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I can see somebody having a preference between the two. That's all I'm saying. And then Matt Ryan had that Kyle Shanahan touch on him while he was there. And then on top of that, he had Julio Jones at his disposal.
And Tony Gonzalez.
Huh?
Tony Gonzalez.
Yep. Got Tony.
That's a little bit of his career.
Yep. So
yeah, I saw that Ravens hired their coach. I actually like that hire.
Yeah, they got
Mentor from Los Angeles.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good pickup for them.
Mob, I've been outed too as a closet Buffalo fan.
Yo. That's what I thought I saw something flash out on the screen. Hey man. Oh, let me take a picture of this, man. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute. No, we got it saved in the studio. I'm gonna upload this to the Google Drive. Look at here. Look, hurry up and took it off the screen.
It's all good. Hey, they're my AFC team.
Hey man. Let's start calling instead of Keith Murphy, I'm gonna start calling you Keith Mafia.
Keith Mafia. That is the unbeaten mob.
I mean, we are the mob, you know what I mean? So, hey, man, at the end of the day, we're going to let it rain in here. You know what it is.
Woo! Hey, it's been another great night tomorrow. Thank everybody for joining in.
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. We go ahead and cue up the music, hey, while we reload the clip. Hey, make sure y'all lock in. Like I said, man, those of you who've already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification button, man, so you know we're going to pop up on you out of nowhere on a different day. We're going to work on trying to see if we can come multiple days so the news isn't too old when we get here.
There you go.
You know,
man,
but
while you snowed in, hey, thanks, Cam. And while y'all snowed in, we might try to get a live in.
Hey, why not, man? We might just pop up, man. Start sending, you know, we might light up the beam or something on them right quick.
Let's do it.
And get it going.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a great night, man. Till next week.